The forest had a way of swallowing sound. Even the wind seemed hesitant as it passed between the trees, as if afraid to disturb something ancient and sleeping beneath the earth. It was close to midnight when Alex parked the car at the edge of the dirt road. The headlights cut through the darkness, revealing nothing but endless trees ahead. Ryan checked his phone. No signal, he muttered. Kevin laughed nervously. That's kind of the point, isn't it? Sam didn't laugh. He was staring into the forest, watching, listening. The house was supposed to be a mile ahead, abandoned, forgotten, avoided by locals. At least that's what the online forum had said. People say no one stays there after dark, Alex said quietly. Not even animals. That's just urban legend stuff, Kevin replied. But even he didn't sound convinced. They grabbed their flashlights and stepped into the forest. The moment they left the car behind, the air changed. It felt colder, heavier, like stepping underwater. Leaves crunched beneath their shoes, unnaturally loud in the silence. And then the wind stopped completely. No movement. No insects. No distant animals. Just stillness. After 20 minutes of walking, they saw it. The house. It stood between the trees like a rotting corpse, wooden panels warped and cracked, windows shattered, the roof sagging inward. The front door moved slightly, back and forth, not from wind. There was no wind. Sam swallowed. We should just look around and leave. Ryan grinned. Relax. We'll get some footage, maybe hear a creepy noise, and go home. Alex raised his camera. The lens focused on the house. For a split second, he thought he saw something move in an upstairs window. A pale shape. Watching. He lowered the camera. The window was empty. Did you see that? He whispered. See what? Nothing. They approached the porch. Each step onto the wooden boards caused a deep, echoing creak. The sound seemed to travel through the entire structure, like the house was reacting. Listening. Kevin reached for the door handle. It was ice cold. He hesitated, then pushed. The door opened slowly with a long, drawn-out groan. Inside, darkness, thick and suffocating. Their flashlights flicked on, beams cutting through, floating dust particles. The air smelled like damp wood and something older, something rotten. They stepped inside. The door shut behind them. Not slammed. Just quietly clicked shut. None of them touched it. They froze. Okay, Ryan whispered. That was weird. Alex turned slowly. The door handle wouldn't move. It was stuck. Probably warped wood, Kevin said quickly, but his voice was shaking now. The living room was covered in torn furniture. A couch sat in the center, ripped open as if clawed apart. The wallpaper peeled in long strips, and on the far wall, there were scratches. Deep, long, as if something had tried to claw its way out, or in. Sam moved closer to the wall. He ran his fingers over the marks. They weren't old. The wood beneath was still lighter than the surrounding surface. Fresh. Guys. From upstairs, a soft thud. All four flashlights pointed toward the staircase. Another sound, like slow footsteps. Step. Pause. Step. Pause. Someone's here, Kevin whispered. No, Alex said. It's abandoned. The footsteps stopped. Silence returned. Ryan forced a laugh. Probably animals. But then a whisper, so faint it barely registered. Leave. Sam turned quickly. Did you hear that? Hear what? Leave. This time clearer, from the hallway. Their lights snapped. Toward it. Nothing there, just darkness. The hallway stretched farther than it should have, longer than the outside of the house suggested. Alex felt his chest tighten. This doesn't make sense. Kevin tried the door again. Still stuck. The temperature dropped suddenly. Their breath became visible. A picture frame fell from the wall and shattered on the floor. They all jumped. The photo inside had slipped halfway out. Alex crouched and lifted it. It was a picture of an old woman standing in front of the house. Her hair long and white, her eyes black, not dark, not shadowed, completely black, as if burned away. Sam leaned closer. Her eyes looked wrong. Alex tilted the photo slightly. For a split second, the woman's eyes shifted, moving. Following him, he dropped the picture. The glass cracked further. "I'm done," Kevin said. "We're leaving." He pulled harder on the door. It wouldn't budge. From upstairs, a door slammed. They all screamed. Heavy footsteps ran across the ceiling. Fast. Too fast to be human. Dust rained down. Ryan backed away slowly. "This isn't funny." Another whisper. "Louder now." "Why are you here?" The voice was female. Old. Dry. Like dead leaves scraping against stone. The lights flickered. Once. Twice. Then went out. Complete darkness. Someone grabbed Alex's shoulder. He shouted and swung his arm, hitting Ryan. "It's me. It's me." The lights flickered back on, but dimmer. Weaker. And at the top of the staircase, she stood there. The woman from the photo, long white hair covering half her face, her head tilted unnaturally to one side, her mouth slightly open. Smiling, but her eyes still black. Still empty. No one moved. No one breathed, Kevin whispered. "That's not real." She took one step down. No sound. Another step. Still no sound. Her feet didn't touch the wood. She was floating. Sam screamed. The lights burst. Glass shattered. And everything went black again. A loud crash echoed through the house. Ten silenza. When Alex opened his eyes, he was alone. The house was quiet. Too quiet. His flashlight lay on the floor beside him, flickering weakly. "Guys," he called. No answer. He stood slowly. The living room was empty. No broken glass. No picture frame. No scratches on the wall. It looked untouched, like no one had been there. Like he had imagined everything. His breathing quickened. "Ryan." A soft creak came from upstairs. Against every instinct, he walked toward the staircase. Each step felt heavier, as if something was pulling him back. Halfway up, he heard breathing behind him. Slow. Close. He turned. No one there. When he looked forward again, the hallway upstairs was different. Longer. Darker. And at the very end, a door. Slightly open, a faint red light glowing inside. His heart pounded in his ears. He walked toward it. Step B. Step the door creaked wider on its own. Inside, Kevin was standing in the center of the room. Facing the wall, not moving. Kevin, no response. Alex stepped inside. The air smelled metallic. Like blood. "Kevin, turn around." Slowly, Kevin's head began to rotate. Not his body. Husti's head turning. Turning. Until it faced Alex. His eyes were black, Hust-like airs. And this milled. Then everything went dark again. To be continued. Darkness did not feel empty. It felt alive. Alex couldn't see. He couldn't breathe. He couldn't even tell if his eyes were open. Then a low humming sound began vibrating through the air. Soft at first, then louder, like electricity running through bones. Suddenly he fell. Not downstairs. Not onto the floor, but into something endless. And then light exploded around him. He was standing outside the house. Morning, sunlight filtering through trees, birds chirping. Normal. Too normal. His car was parked exactly where it had been. The forest looked peaceful. Calm. as if nothing had happened. Alex looked down at his hands. They were shaking violently. He turned toward the house. It looked new, not abandoned. Fresh paint, clean windows, no broken wood, no rot. Confusion crawled through his mind. What is happening? The front door opened slowly. Ryan stepped out, smiling. Dude, you coming or what? Alex froze. Ryan looked completely normal. No black eyes, no twisted grin. Just Ryan. Kevin walked out behind him. Then Sam. All laughing, all acting like nothing had happened. You okay? Sam asked. You look like you saw a ghost. They laughed. Alex didn't. Don't you remember? He whispered. Remember what? Kevin replied, the woman. The house. The Ryan frowned. Bruh, we just got here. Alex turned back toward the house. His chest tightened. No. His memory was clear. The footsteps. The whisper. The floating woman. Kevin's head twisting. It was real. It had to be, but the house stood silent. Peaceful. Inviting. Let's just go inside, Ryan said casually. No. Alex shouted. They stared at him. You're acting weird, Sam muttered. The wind picked up suddenly. Cold. Unnatural. The front door slowly began closing on its own. Creak. Alex watched in horror, because inside, standing behind the doorway, he saw her. The old woman. Only he could see her. Her black eyes locked onto his, and she smiled at their suit. Ryan laughed nervously. Okay, that was creepy timing. Alex backed away. We can't go in there. Kevin rolled his eyes. Relax, it's daylight. He walked toward the porch. Step, step, step. The wood didn't creak this time. The house looked solid. Alive. Ryan followed. Sam hesitated. Tin went toe. Alex felt invisible hands pushing him forward. The forest behind him had changed. The trees looked taller, darker, leaning inward, watching. He had no choice. He stepped onto the porch. The door opened easily. Warm light filled the hallway. No dust, no damage, no scratches. The living room looked perfectly normal. Fresh furniture, clean walls, bright windows. This place isn't abandoned, Kevin said. I told you guys the forum was probably fake. Alex felt dizzy. He turned slowly. The picture frame was hanging on the wall, perfectly straight. Inside it, the old woman, her eyes normal, gray, wrinkled face, gentle smile, not black, not hollow. See, Ryan said. Nothing weird. Alex stepped closer, studied the photo. Something was wrong. The woman's smile, it was too wide, too stretched, like it wasn't natural. And her eyes, they weren't gray. They were reflecting something dark. Something moving. Suddenly, the front door slammed shut behind them. The lights flickered once, just once, and the air temperature dropped instantly. Kevin turned. Okay, that was weird. Sam tried the door. Locked. Ryan forced a laugh. Wind. There is no wind, Alex whispered. The house shifted slightly, like a living thing adjusting its weight. A loud bang echoed from upstairs. Then another, heavy footsteps. Running. Kevin swallowed. That's not funny anymore. The hallway stretched longer. Just like before, the ceiling seemed higher. Shadows darker. Ryan's smile faded. Guys, The picture frame fell again, glass shattering loudly. They all jumped. This time, the photo inside had changed. The old woman stood in the center, but beside her 4 blurred shapes. Human shapes. Ryan stared. Is that? The shapes slowly sharpened, becoming clearer, becoming faces. Their faces. Alex felt his stomach drop. No. The whisper returned. Louder. Closer. You belong here. The walls began to crack. Not violently, but slowly, like veins spreading through skin. The ceiling fan started spinning on its own. Faster. Faster. Until the blade snapped and flew across the room. Sam screamed. Ryan grabbed a chair and smashed it against the door. The wood didn't dent. It absorbed the impact. Like flesh, the staircase creaked. All 4 turned. She stood there again, at the top. Hair hanging down. Black eyes. This time, her mouth opened wider. Too wide. Unnaturally wide, and from inside came dozens of whispers overlapping each other. Crying. Begging. Screaming. Alex stepped backward. Kevin shook his head violently. This isn't real. This isn't real. She moved. Not walking. Not floating, but glitching. Appearing halfway down the stairs instantly. Then closer. Then right in front of them. Her face inches from Alex's. Her breath cold as ice. You came willingly, she whispered. Her hand lifted slowly. Long fingers. Skin stretched thin. She touched Alex's forehead. And suddenly, he saw everything. Years ago, she had lived here. Alone. Accused of witchcraft by the town. Locked inside her own home. Set on fire. She didn't die. Not fully. Her body burned, but something remained. Something angry. Something hungry. And now, she needed replacements. New souls to stay trapped. Forever. The vision ended. Alex fell to his knees. The others were frozen in place, their eyes slowly turning black. No, he screamed. He grabbed Ryan's arm. Cold! Already changing. You have to fight it. Ryan blinked slowly. A tear rolled down his cheek. Then, smiled. The same unnatural smile. You should have left. The house roared. Literally roared. Like a living creature. The floor split open beneath Kevin. He fell into darkness. Sam tried to run. The hallway stretched infinitely. He kept running, never reaching the end. The old woman turned back to Alex. You are the last. Her hand reached for him again, but something changed. Outside, sunlight burst through the windows. Bright. Blinding. The woman screamed. Her body flickered violently. The house trembled. Alex used the moment. He ran. Toward the front door. It cracked open slightly. Light pouring through. Behind him, the whispers grew louder. Angrier. You cannot leave. He pushed harder. The door resisted, like pushing against a heartbeat. Thump. 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 He screamed and forced his weight forward. The door burst open. He fell onto the porch. Sunlight hit his face. He rolled onto the grass, gasping. The house behind him went silent. Looked up. It was abandoned again. Rotten. Broken. Silent. No fresh paint. No clean windows. Just decay. Police sirens echoed faintly in the distance. Voices shouting. Footsteps approaching. He tried to stand, but when he looked down, his shadow didn't match his body. It was taller thinner. Hair, longer, and slowly, the shadow turned its head toward him. Smiling. The police reached him moments later, but when they looked at the house, It was empty. No signs of anyone else. No Kevin. No Ryan. No Sam. Just Alex. Sitting in the grass. Laughing softly. Because inside the house, hanging on the wall, a new photo frame had appeared. The old woman standing proudly, and beside her, 3 new faces. Black-eyed. Smiling. Waiting. Fade to darkness. Text appears. Some places do not haunt you. They keep you. The end.